LoadRunner. That will be our first recording. I'm going to take the URL of my demo application and we are moving to the virtual user generator. So here first we need to go this new script icon, click on add new script and it will ask for the protocol. So as we know, it's a web-based application, so they are using HTTP HTML protocol. I have selected that single protocol. Whatever the name I want to give, so here I'm giving demo script. Whatever the name you want to give, you can give it over here. Click on create, so it's start. So once started, we are going to get few options, like on the left hand side we are getting 3 actions. By default is vUser init, action and vUser end. In these actions the recording will be take place in this action with the name action as well. So whatever the recording we are going to do, by default it will go to this action. vUser init execute before this action and vUser end execute after this action. In next session when we cover actions in detail, we are going to cover all these actions as well. So as of now I'm on a script and I want to start recording. So here we have the option to start recording. As we click on that, it asks for, by default it's going to record all the script in this action, in the action with the name action as well. And which browser you want to use? So I want to use Google Chrome. And what is the URL? So that's my URL. That's the URL of our demo application. So everything is set and we click on the start recording. So now it will start recording. So it's asking for, like, my Chrome is already up and running, so would you like to close them? Yes, please close it and start recording. So recording is started and here it's going to start browser and then we can perform recording on that. So a new browser is started and whatever the task you want to perform, like first I want to go to the sign up. So I'm going to the sign up and here I'm giving testing word as a username, testing as a password. So I'm giving all the information. Click on continue. But before clicking on the continue, one thing which I want to discuss over here, like if you worked on a QTP or Selenium, when we are typing something on a text box or we are clicking on somewhere, so one line is recorded. But here in the LoadRunner, even we have filled complete form and it will not record anything. In LoadRunner, it's going to record only the transactions which are taking place between the client and server. So as of now, we have just filled the form. We did not send anything to the server. So that's because it's not recorded anything as of now. When we click on this continue button, it's going to send few data to the server. Then it will make one recording with all these data. So as I click on continue button, here you can check it is started. So here the username is already taken, so I'm using testing word 11. And again you can check it over here, like here we have 103 steps which are recorded. As we click on the continue button, so rest of the steps are recording. Click on continue and now we are logged in as well. So my scenario is that register, then click on flights, then click on home, and at the end sign off. So that was my scenario, and once the scenario has been recorded, you can go to this stop button to stop recording. and the shortcut is Control F5 as well. So if you are thinking about certification of this LoadRunner, we can keep remember these shortcuts because there we have few questions which are related to these shortcuts as well. So I click on the stop button and now we see it's going to generate script for all the recording that I have performed. Here we can see in actions it display all the recording that we have done, and I want to show you that registration. So here we can see I was doing the registration. I have entered all these details and all these details entered on a single function. So a single function is generated for the complete registration process. If we worked on a QTP or Selenium, so for each action, like if I'm writing username, for each action one line of code is generated, but here for complete page a single function is generated because LoadRunner does not record each and every activity. It record activity which took place between the client machine and server machine. So when we click on the continue, only that time it is sending the complete data to the server, and it has recorded that request as well. So that's my recording, and if you want to execute this, if you want to run it and check how it's working, so here we have the run button. So running it, and here it display all the steps that it's executing. So once the execution is done, we can go for result file. As of now, it's going to display error because when we submit registration form, it's going to use same details to register because username is already taken, so it's not able to submit the data, and because of that we are not able to log in. So we are not able to log in, so it's not able to find out that search button and the sign off button. So that's the reason it's getting failed, that it is not able to find out that search button, so it's not able to send the request for that. So that's the main reason of the failure. We are going to handle that kind of scenario in which if we want to use the dynamic data, so every time when we are going for registration, a new data will be used, and in that case it's not going to fail, but we are going to cover that part in parameterization. So as of now we have just recorded and executed our script. We can do a lot of settings in the recording as well. So here we have recording options. We can go to the recording options and perform different recording settings. So we are going to cover all these settings in the later part of the course. Apart from it, all the results that we are getting in the failure, so we can check this replay summary and we can export to the PDF as well. These we can see in the next part of the course, so we are going to cover that. So as of now, when we have executed, we are not getting any browser. Everything is taking place on the back end. If we want to see a browser, so we can go to the tools, options, and here we have replay. Inside the replay, we are going to get this show runtime viewer during replay. So it's not a browser, it's just a browser like window which is going to show complete execution at the runtime. So I click on OK and start execution again. So now our runtime viewer is open and it's going to show because username is taken. We are not able to register, and as we are not able to register, that's why we are not able to move ahead. So that's the main reason of the failure. So with the help of the runtime viewer, we can check why my script is getting failed or which page my script is getting failed. So if you want to check, we have set the runtime viewer from tools, options, then we are going for the scripting. Here we have replay and show runtime viewer during replay. One more thing that is already set, like auto arrange window. When runtime viewer opens, it's automatically arrange the size of the window we are not going to get the complete page window. It's automatically set its size. But if we remove this checkbox, so it's going to open the complete page size window. One more important setting after replay is that after replay, what you want to see. So if you want to see the replay summary, as we have seen, when we execute that replay summary open, then fine, else we can switch it to the script. That I don't want to see the replay summary at the end, I just want to see script. So click on script, okay, selected the script and okay. So now I'm running it again. So here we can see the window is opened. Again, we are not able to log in because username was already taken, so we are not able to even register. Once it is done, so after the execution, my script is open. It's up to us that we want to open replay summary or execution result, or we can open the script that we have created. So that's all we have for the recording. In next few sessions, we are going to cover actions, transactions, parameterization, correlation. But for this session, we just going for how we can perform recording in LoadRunner. Thanks for watching this.